stupid. I'm just like, how do you exist? How does that brain even function?
I feel like you're talking about me right now.
No. For your case,
Usually, for my case, usually book smart. I'm pretty fucking smart.
Let me do this. For your case, I have you pegged. You're book smart. You're weak in people skills.
Oh, I fucking suck.
You would not survive on the street.
Oh yeah.
But you'd be able to go toe to toe with a psychotic man in his own games. You'd be able to go toe to toe against Saul, for God's sake. So trying to like dig through people's heads.
Sometimes though that really backfires on me though, where I try to dig into people's heads.
But no, hold on, I'm not done yet. However, you're also weak. You're also very weak to criticism when it involves you not getting, such as whenever you're whenever I point out your flaws, you just get like, oh yeah, I understand. I'm the most. All right, can we move on? You don't
No, it's just no. Okay, Husky. There's a reason why I'm like, okay, Husky, I get it. Let's move on. It's because you don't realize, like, I self-analyze myself all the fucking time. You know this, right? I am perfectly aware of me being a goddamn hypocrite at times. I am perfectly aware of that.
Not done yet.
Okay.
And I'm not doing. This part is less about that. Is nothing about what I just said. You've also the type of person who's petty.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to revenge, even if it's just in a video game, you have to have it.
And actually, honestly, the funny thing is, like, you think I'm petty now. I used to be a lot worse.
Still not done, by the way.
I know you're not done.
Your mental plane, if I have to use the words from a psych doctor I once met, is one that is both dark yet light, but you also see the world in the color you want to see it in. You don't see the world like others do. You see the world as it's kind of all just goofy. Like
it's a fucking mess, and so you have to describe it in like fucking 50 different colors. You can't even just say black and white or black or like a bunch of gray. You have to say like, okay, there's black, there's white, there's blue, there's pink. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
There's black too and white too.
Yeah, there's different degrees of black and white. It's just...
You don't get the joke, did you?
Yeah, I got the fucking joke. But yeah, no, that's very true. Like the funny thing is, like, I can be a pessimist about certain things, but then I can be like the fucking biggest optimist there is at other times. Like, I am very. What you're describing is someone who's all over the goddamn place.
That is you, though.
Yeah, that is me. I'm all over the goddamn place.
But going deeper into it, you're confident.
Yes, oh.
Good night, Anna.
Yes, ma'am. Night, Papa.
Alright.
I love
Gone.
you.
Yep. No, your confidence is what confuses me.
What confidence?
I know you're gonna say what confidence and like do all that, but your confidence is what confuses me. For the simple fact is, it does this weird thing where it appears and then disappears.
Oh, where where I become confident, and then I become completely.
You completely just fold in on yourself. You're scared of the world. You don't know what to do.
Husky, you do realize that's something that's fucking confused me for ages. Okay, like I'll be the most confident like person in the world, like almost to the point of cocky. Then I'll become completely like. What is the fucking word?
Docile.
Not
Scared.
docile, like.
Docile, scared, cowardly.
No, like I'm saying, like where it's like I'm always afraid of fucking up, sort of idea. You know what I mean?
Oh, this constant fear of failure.
No, is it feeling very self-conscious?
Somewhat.
Yeah, no. For the most part, you're saying things that I've already kind of self-analyzed.
I'm not done yet. There's a lot more.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
really a lot. There's kind of just summing up part. If I had to explain you to a T, Nid, you're the type of person that, when confronted with a challenge, he chooses rather not to say no to the challenge, but rather to carefully take the challenge apart piece by piece and look at how high a success rate is. Should your success rate be high, you are more than willing to dive into it. Should your success rate be low, you're quick to cower away from it.
That is actually pretty goddamn true.
And not only that, whenever it comes to somebody who confronts you on this, aka when you get someone like me who just looks, who has his own little, who kind of rides the wave of life on his own little like thing, you get really angry because you don't know how to deal with this. You're not used to somebody who, instead of being just like, hey, let's do whatever, I don't care, aka Scythe, you get somebody whose mind is more just like, I don't want to do this, I want to do my own thing, I want to surf my own wave, I want to live my own life, I want to be the way I want to be.
Husky?
This hits the,
Husky, that's actually not what pisses me off about you. I'm perfectly fine with when you say God, no. Okay, Husky, let me just point this out. When I usually get annoyed with you, okay, and this is gonna be, it's a lot of the stuff that, like, where you're saying like a lot of hypocritical shit.
I know my own flaws.
The fucking flaws that you have are usually flaws that I either currently have, sometimes less, not as bad as they used to be, but usually the stuff that pisses me off, like, particularly I get along with you a little bit better now because you're not, where like you fucking get upset at me for fucking picking on you all the time, you kind of shied away from that quite a bit. I fucking hated you for that because that used to be me. So that fucking pissed the shit out of me because I didn't like that. I don't like being reminded of like problems I had in the past because like I have that mentality of you fucking I fucking learned how to deal with it.
You failed. You were scared of. You're scared of failure. And you're scared of seeing a form of yourself that is technically a regressed form of the failure.
Well, not really a fail. Some of the stuff I succeeded in getting better with, like the whole like.
No. I just mean like at that your fear is seeing a.
So I don't like looking at an image of basically me from the past. I don't like looking at a mirror from my past. I don't like that. I hate it. Yeah, I don't like seeing someone who has the negative fucking
negative aspects of your life. Or
yeah.
Negative aspects of your personality.
That either I've dealt with and have moved on, or I've improved upon. They're not necessarily perfect, and sometimes they'll slip up, but they're better than they used to be. But
might I continue my deception, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Upon this, I've also discovered, along the lines of being your friend, that various things irk you, such as the way I have the bad habit of getting obsessed over stuff. I drop it though, and then eventually it drops. But this bad habit is also something you have. You get obsessed about something, then you drop it, and then you forget about it for a long time, then you get obsessed about it again.
As I said, the fucking weird quirks of my personality that are annoying.
Done yet. However, while our tastes differ, me being more of a Western Japanese lover, while you're being more of the Western lover of things that I wouldn't say stay in America, but you're more used to things you're comfortable with, rather than exploring and looking at stuff from outside, which I wouldn't actually say because I actually do watch anime quite a bit. Just I don't. That's what I said. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know how much you actually. Venture outside your comfort zone of normal people.
Husky, listen to me. Like anime I actually watch a lot. It's just I don't
talk about it.
I just don't talk about it. It's like I like it, I enjoy it, but it's one of those things where like I won't obsess about it. I'll like finish a series, move on with my life. There are certain shows that where I definitely like, oh, that was really good, and talk about it like a lot. It's Code Geass and Steins Gate were like the two words like, yeah, that's really good, and I'd recommend it to anyone. The other people I don't really like talking about like what I watch. It's just I don't really care.
Well, you also add Fullmetal Alchemist to that.
I watched it. It was pretty good, but
I slid that in right. I slid that in under those two, so it's third.
Have I really ever talked about Fullmetal Alchemist?
Once in a while. whenever I make a joke about it, really.
Yeah, I think it's more so like I understand the references that you make.
But my thing being, the reason I like Japanese stuff more than anything is because I want to break a mold. I don't want to be found as the stereotypical fat video game nerd who, why he does like anime, doesn't know anything about, doesn't know the intricacies of Japanese culture, and more focuses on the girls of the anime. I like the more focus, less on the boobs, the ass, and everything else, and I focus more on the design. I just focus more on the actual story of the anime. I focus on past historical events in Japan, more on the traditional stuff. That being,
yeah, I don't really like the traditional ones. I usually more like the.
No. I still watch all the new stuff and the sci-fi and everything. I just mean.
Yeah, like as I said, I prefer more the sci-fi. I get the references in the culture sort of idea, but like it's like I don't really care too much about the old.
My mind has become more of a trap for information that I find quite enjoyable, such being in jokes I've heard from past videos, shows, or movies. Also, interesting tidbits of information about past cultures, humans, my friends, animals, or even just past experiences. However, I do tend to obsess about these. It's one of my biggest flaws. But this is a flaw I understand and fully accept. I know I'm always gonna accept over it. I'm gonna obsess over Ghost because it's a new series and I want to see it. That being, I also understand how I get on your nerves. I tend to push my feelings on people's, which I honestly need to stop.
And also, as I said, usually I don't like seeing the mirror images. So when I push my fucking opinions of shit on people, which I know I fucking do at times.
Why do I sound like a psychology doctor, professor?
Well, you're fucking doing like a fucking you're breaking apart like parts of my personality,
including my own.
Yeah. As I said, it's why it was kind of like the whole thing with like as I said, like where I don't like looking at images into my past self, or like even like stuff I've improved upon, but maybe not have gotten 100% better. Like it's kind of like why I did not Carl the Skull, but the Carl who lived on the same floor I did for ages. Why I did not tolerate him like everyone else did.
Anyway, I understand that, but I would like to move on to another part. Growing up, we both had experienced different things. You experienced a rocky childhood, while you also.
It was really not.
I say rocky because of this incident. That I don't
it was more so, but like most of the stuff that was rocky from my childhood was. Well, although kids are pieces of shit, there is a good portion that was my fault. There was certain.
That is also true. Same thing here.
Yeah. I didn't really have the family issues you did, though. That's the huge difference.
When it comes to interpersonal relationships, both of us had rocky childhoods. When it comes to intrapersonal relationships, such, aka family in this case, rather than just being inside ourselves, you had a much more stable environment. While
there was times where it wasn't as stable. Usually if there wasn't stability, it was usually my fault because I was acting up. Not really. Sometimes, occasionally, my mom would kind of sometimes be a little. Usually, like a lot of like the anxiety issues I have, I usually get from my mom. So, like if anyone was to kind of go on a freak out, it wasn't as bad, but there was times where she would kind of go off the walls.
That's what I'm saying. In comparison, your life was, at least in comparison to mine, was a lot more stable. Where you weren't living with your grandparents, your mother wasn't always running away from home. You actually knew who your father was and had a relationship with him. Yeah. You didn't find out later you had 6 brothers and sisters you had no idea about. And that's not even an exaggeration. There's actually 6 of the people. You also went through similar psychotic. I wouldn't say